schools are really all over the place right now. There are schools that are staying online, they're in between hybrid, and there's in person. So our goal is really take the technology out of the way and let teachers do what they're really good at, right? So as a company, as a platform, we actually don't care where people are using InSpace, right? So for example, when pandemic first started, a lot of schools were just virtual, so they were using completely virtual version of it. And then when some of the schools went back to in person, they actually took InSpace with them. So now they're using it in the classroom. So when you are sharing something with your students, or we have a chat functionality in there, so you can communicate with students certain files, etc., or like you're doing pair coding in the classroom. And the other thing that came up is like sometimes some students had to quarantine or they couldn't make it to class. They joined virtually, and then from teachers' perspective, it's very easy. Like instead of sharing their slides on the projector, they share the presentation room, and students are basically all virtually huddled up around the presentation room, and they can just pop onto the screen anytime and ask questions. So basically, they're not getting the side experience of the hybrid. They're literally fully experiencing the same as in-person students. And then the other thing that we also noticed that was kind of unexpected use case is like how online completely asynchronous schools are looking at this. And we're very early on in this stage, but basically kind of, having completely asynchronous course where students are always interacting with content, but not necessarily have synchronous components to it. It can feel very lonely experience, and sometimes like it's really not great for retention. And so what InSpace does, it basically has this virtual classroom that's available for students anytime, and that becomes a study lounge, right? You can just communicate through the phone, and like if someone has a question, maybe someone else answers, and then you're just like, hey, do you want to pop into the space and talk about this? And you just go in there, you share a document, you work on it together, and it sort of becomes like this community.